Hello and welcome to another video of Pinterest to Minecraft, and today we're going to be building this rustic little cottage in the background that you can see, and this is heavily inspired by this image that I found on Pinterest, which is a house. It's literally titled House by Kate Molen, who can be found on Behance, I believe it's called. So check the link out down below if you want to go and see it for yourself. But if you want to build along, then you're going to need the following materials. I've also put a broken down list in the description below, and you're going to need to find yourself an area as per the dimensions here. So let's get to it. So once you've found an area that you're happy with, we're going to start by laying down the foundations. So along the front we're going to put 5, and then we're going to add 3 at the back to that on that left side, and then 7 round the other side. So in total from the front to the back there's 8 blocks, and then we're going to go another 8 on that front section, and then basically link up the back with that left edge there. And we're also going to pop an extra 3 at the back, which we will use for our chimney later on. Now, when filling this in, I used a mixture of andesite, gravel and cobblestone, just to sort of add a bit of a textured effect. So the list in the description does just list cobblestone, but mix that up as and how you please. And I'll do that later on again as well with doing the walls and the roof. Okay, so once that's done, we're going to start bringing up some pillars on the corners. So starting with some brick, we're going to start at the front and we're going to bring up 2 pillars that are 3 high, and then move to the back. We're going to do another 2 in line with them front ones, and then we're going to go to that far left edge there and do the same. And then we're going to swap over to our stripped spruce logs. Obviously you can use whatever logs you like here. We're basically placing them with gaps of 3 in between them all, other than that front there, which will be our little sort of doorway. Okay, so next up we are going to work on the chimney. So along that back wall there we're going to place 3 bricks and then raise them up another layer, and then bring out 2 sort of strips either side, and then another one either side like so. I'm going to pop the smoker in now. You can put whatever you like in here, any sort of furnace. And then a couple of bricks facing outwards on either side, and then an upside down brick in the middle there. Now we're going to get on top of the chimney, and I'm going to build the solid bricks up another layer, and then I'm going to put some upside down bricks all the way around the front there. And this will create our sort of mantelpiece looking part. Now over to the back, I'm actually on these back 2 corners going to put another brick stair, and then I'm going to bring each of the edges up 3 more. So I'm going to miss the opposite corners this time, and you'll see here it creates a bit more of a chimney shape. And now using some temporary blocks like dirt, place one inside and one on top, and then we're going to put some upside down brick stairs all the way around to finish off our chimney detail. Remove those temporary bricks and then pop yourself a campfire inside to add that smoke effect. So now we can start bringing up our walls. Now in the description I listed it as just white concrete, but you can mix this up with diorite or white concrete powder to add texture. But basically next to the chimney I built a solid wall, and for the most part where we can we're putting these little donut walls and leaving a window out. Now the front porch is only 2 wide there, so we fill that in and then surround where our door's going to go. This little 2 wide section we fill in as well, and then we add another one of those square donuts, I like to think of them as, leaving out that middle block for the window. And this section here I did fill in completely because we're going to put a ladder on the other side eventually. And then we can have one more window wall at the back. And that is our walls complete. Okay, so before we start the roof, I want to add some details to the front, which is going to help us with shaping the roof. So starting with some solid brick blocks, we're going to place 3 of those down, and then another piece of concrete each side with a spruce fence and then a couple of slabs, and we're going to mirror that at the back. And then over to the other end of the house, we're going to put the brick blocks down again and then another spruce plank on top, because this roof is going to be shorter. I'm also going to add some log beams here. So using some temporary blocks like dirt, place your stripped spruce logs like so, in a line of 3. And that now should be ready for us to start lining out our roof shape. Starting with some spruce half slabs, I'm going to pop a couple on the lower half of these brick blocks at the front, and then use some full planks to go up 2 on either side of those. And then I'm going to grab some spruce stairs, and we're going to come out again and then flip round and underneath put another one like this. You may want to pause it here just to double check that you're following along. And then we're going to put some more stairs on top of those planks and come up again with 2 planks each side, another stair on each side, a plank in between and on top, so we've come up 2 more planks, and then a stair detail on the top like so. So take a moment, you may want to pause it, and we are going to copy exactly that on the other side. So this is where building them other walls was really handy, because it allows us to follow that as a guide. So we're going to go with the planks each side again, with our stairs. And every time we do the planks, we're coming up too high with them. So I'm going to add another one here and here. Another stair now. And then inside them, 2 more planks on each side. We're going to go with 2 more stairs, and then another 2 planks in the middle of those with the stair detail on the top. And then we're going to connect these up with some spruce slabs. And then underneath that, we're actually going to use some spruce planks. So that's the shape of our main roof. That'll make building it much easier now when we get to putting the coloured blocks on. The next we're going to do the smaller roof, grabbing some spruce stairs. We're going to pop a couple at the end there and then come up in like a zigzag pattern until we hit the middle. And then we're going to pop an upside down stair in the middle there, and then repeat exactly the same on the opposite side. Just zigzag them up. And then on top in the middle, we're going to put a backward stair here. And then we're going to come out with some spruce slabs. And you want to bring these as far as that last log support there. So it should be in line above there. And then now we just want to come across the front here with some more stairs and get the trim done. And then where this higher roof was, just come along with some normal stairs like so, and then pop some upside down facing the opposite way. This gives it a nice little overhang detail, and we're going to repeat this on the opposite side. So stairs, normal way up all the way along, and then we're going to pop some upside down underneath. And then lastly, we're going to go round to the back near the chimney, and we're just going to complete the trim for that little roof. So just a couple of stairs there. And now we're ready to put our coloured blocks on. So as I mentioned earlier, I've just listed the blue concrete down in the description, but if you want to mix this up with some light blue wool or some blue concrete powder, or even use a different colour altogether, that's up to you. But we're basically just going to fill in this little roof with 2 rows here. But make sure we turn at the right point because we're coming up 2 at a time on the larger roof. We just need a couple here next to the chimney, so 2 at the top there. And then 1 in that little cubby hole there. And then just to finish the little roof, we're going to come straight along the top of the wall there. And then go up 1 and bring that all the way through as well. Make sure again we're returning in line with the big roof. And then we're going to want to go 2 rows here. So 1 to begin with. And then 1 directly on top of that. And then we're going to want to run a row underneath the ridge of our roof here. So it's quite simple to follow along with. And then we're going to repeat that the other side. So we're going to do a row here that's going to be 2 high. So there's 1 row. And we'll place another row on top. And then behind and above that, we're going to do exactly the same. 1 row, and then our second row to make it 2 high. And that is our roof complete. Just take a moment, make sure everything's looking good before we move on. I'm quite pleased with that. I think it's looking pretty good. Okay, so the front door detail here, I'm going to put 3 cobblestone bricks in front of the door, and then a few more stairs here, just sort of wrapping around to create a little step up. And then I'm going to use some cobblestone stairs here to create a little tiny roof overhang, and then some cobblestone walls as supports. And then using more cobblestone stairs, I'm actually going to surround the house with this trim here. And you could mix this up with some andesite stairs as well, just for extra detail. I'm going to skip the chimney there, and then carry on past all the way round until we hit the front door again. And then finish it off with a spruce front door, and then we can make our way inside. So to make it easier to see, I'm going to go back into first person mode now. And decorating inside is pretty much up to you, but structurally I did add a ladder here to allow us to get upstairs because there's enough room there. So using some spruce slabs, I'm just going to add an extra floor up there. It's quite small, but it's big enough for a little bedroom. And it keeps at just enough height down here. I'm also going to add some spruce fences to look like supports for the roof up above our log beams. A couple of lanterns for some added light detail. I'm going to use trapdoors for the windows to add to that rustic effect. We're not going to use glass. Now by all means you could pop in some glass windows, but I like having the trapdoors as shutters here. So I'm just going to go around and pop all of them in. So now the real decoration itself begins. So by the front door here, I'm going to use an upside down stair, pop a little lantern on there, it just makes it look like a little table. And then I'm going to pop some slabs under these beams here, just to help make it look like there's a bit more support there and add a bit more structure. And then some trapdoors as little shelves, and some barrels. Look like we've got extra storage up there. Here I'm going to make a little sort of workbench area, bit of a table, and I'm also going to pop one by the fireplace as well. And then just for a bit of colour and make it feel a little bit more homely, I'm going to pop down some light blue carpet there. And I'm not going to go too crazy down here, so let's go upstairs. Here I'm going to pop down an armour stand and a bed. And then we're going to throw down a chest instead of a barrel this time, just for the change of scenery. And I'm also going to add a carpet down just to make it feel a little bit more comfortable up here. It makes it quite cosy. And what good is an armour stand if we don't pop some armour on it? So keeping in line with the rest of the house, I'm popping some light blue armour on there. Obviously you can pop your Neverite armour on if you've got that far. And then I'm going to head back downstairs and just put another barrel here with a little plant pot on top and a poppy. And that is about it. Last but not least, we will finish up listening to some cat. And there you have it. Your rustic, cosy cottage is complete. You can obviously decorate this a lot more yourself. But I really, really like how this turned out. It's really cosy. It's a really easy build to do. And it'd be quite a good starter house as well. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button before you leave. It is greatly appreciated. And if you have any Pinterest designs that you've seen yourself, feel free to hit me up on Discord and I will have a look. So until next time, bye bye.